So ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about something that is very important. I want to go ahead and talk about your physical state. I want to go ahead and, yesterday I touched just, the basic, the surface. So I want to go ahead and talk about, a deeper level. Why is it important for you to be in a good physical state? For you to get, take care of your body, feed your body right. And for you to exercise, for you to be always in a peak state. Why? Because, there's a lot of reasons why, but, I want to go ahead and touch on these very important things. So get into the best physical state that you can get, because it's going to determine on how you make decisions. It's going to determine on how you think. It's going to determine on how you're going to be able to go ahead and tackle this year. When you're in the best physical state, I used to have it the other way around, where I thought that you needed to have the mindset first, and that I had it flipped. I had it the other way around, and you want to know why? Because it doesn't matter how many classes you go to. If you go to the seminars, if you read the books, if you get all this information and you don't take it into action, it's worthless. So how do you get into going into 2015 and you take action? Well, you got to trigger your mind to take action, because you already know all this information. Actually, we live in a world right now at this very moment in time where we have way too much information, where you can just Google something and you can just learn how to do something. 12 steps to become successful. 10 steps, to become wealthy. 5 steps to financial freedom. There's a bunch of information out there. But if you don't put that information into practice, it's worthless. If you don't put it into action. So how are you able to trigger that into action? How are you able to trigger all this information into action? Well, you got to be in a good physical state. You got to be in a peak state, a physical state where you're able to trigger your mind into action. And you got to tell your face, if you're excited, you got to tell your face, hey, I'm excited, life is exciting. But, it starts with your physical, Emotion creates motion. So you got to get in that physical state where you're going to be able to take action on the information that you have up here. Because, if you don't take, action, all this information that you have up here, it's worthless. It's worthless. So ladies and gentlemen, I encourage you right now to get into the physical peak state where you're going to, get into action. You're going to go ahead and trigger your mind into action. So ladies and gentlemen, get into a peak state. You're gonna make better decisions. You're gonna be, you're gonna have a lot more energy when it comes to, at your workplace. When it comes to spending time with your family. When it comes to, working out. When doing things, you're gonna be a lot more effective, a lot more efficient, and you're gonna be a lot more productive. So get into a physical state, ladies and gentlemen. Get into that peak physical state, and you know what I'm gonna, you know what I'm talking about. You're gonna know what I am talking about. Get into that physical peak state. Ladies and gentlemen, talk to you guys soon.